Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us for this digital abridged edition of Wake Up Charlotte. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I am Carolyn Brooke. You know him, you love him. His name is Larry Sprinkle, and he is here to bless us all with a forecast.
Yes. That's right. Good morning. Here with that hour-by-hour forecast, just in case you want to know. By 9 this morning, we're in the upper 60s. We got a little fog after this morning. Had a lot of fog in some areas. Charlotte has avoided most of the heavy fog. By the afternoon, sunshine, blue skies, mid to upper 70s. Check the 7-day forecast. Got 11. Today's high 78. Mid 70s tomorrow and Thursday. Then the big cool down just in time for the upcoming weekend. Lows drop in the low 40s. Highs in the low to mid 60s on Saturday and Sunday. That is your first one forecast. That is your first one forecast this morning.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, thank you. Turning to more of today's top stories in your morning rush today. CMS expected to officially rename Vance High School at tonight's Board of Education meeting. The district says that it surveyed parents and students to come up with these three names. You don't see them. But Julius L. Chambers High School, in honor of the civil rights leader and educator, Queen City High School, and University City High School. The school originally named for a Confederate soldier who owned slaves. Tonight's meeting starts at 6 tonight.
Augusta County Elementary School is shutting down after 8 students and staff members tested positive for COVID. The district says everyone at Gardner Elementary will switch to remote learning until October 26th. If a student or staff member has been in contact with those who've tested positive, they will be notified in the next 2 days.
An update for parents in Union County. Starting today, East Union Middle School in Monroe moving to remote learning for 2 weeks' time. We're told the staff member tested positive for COVID-19 and exposed several students and staff. The school will reopen on Tuesday, October 27th.
County and city leaders taking new steps to tackle violence. Mecklenburg County Commissioners will give an update tonight on their violence prevention plan. Leaders say they're focusing on sending resources to these 4 neighborhoods you see right here on your screen to stop violence before it starts. It comes as Charlotte leaders proposed changes to how CMPD responds to calls. They're recommending mental health calls be redirected to doctors or social workers. City Council will vote on changes later this month.
Amazon Prime Day officially kicking off while you were sleeping. The company says there will be more than 1 million deals. Everything from technology to fashion, all up for grabs. And already a lot of you saying that you are seeing the online savings. Prime Day deals last through tomorrow, so it's 2 Prime Days.
Today, Supreme Court confirmation hearings continuing for Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Republicans hold the majority in the Senate and are expected to confirm Judge Barrett soon. But still, Rachel, let's bring you in. That does not mean Democrats are not going to go down without a fight, and we do expect things to get contentious today and tomorrow this week.
Yeah, definitely today, because the questions start, Ben, and that's correct about Democrats. They are already trying to appeal to voters that are watching, asking them to call their representatives if they feel like this is taking place just too close to the election. So yesterday was day 1 of 4 of these hearings that will be taking place for Amy Coney Barrett, and she was sworn in. There were 22 members of the House Judiciary Committee that started with their opening statements yesterday, and that includes the committee chair in South Carolina, Republican Lindsey Graham. He and other Republicans who spoke mainly focused on defending Barrett's nomination. Democrats focused on health care. They raised concerns that Barrett is just part of the president's plan to try and roll back the Affordable Care Act. However, Barrett has repeatedly said that her personal beliefs will not impact the decisions that she will make for the country. Instead, she will let the law guide her. Take a listen.
The policy decisions and value judgments of government must be made by the political branches, elected by and accountable to the people. The public should not expect courts to do so, and courts should not try.
In day 1, there was a common theme, though, and that was the Senate Judiciary Committee and Barrett paying tribute to the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The hearing today will start at 9 this morning, so in just a bit, and it's going to be the first of 2 very long days, because this will be the first day that lawmakers can ask Barrett questions, everything from her past to things and comments she has said in the past and here recently. So we are going to continue to have live coverage of this on WCNC Charlotte. Leave us a comment if you watched yesterday and what you think of today, guys.
Rachel, thanks. Time now to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Right now, Republicans are rushing to get a new justice on the Supreme Court before the election. Meanwhile, both presidential candidates are getting questions about whether or not they will pack the courts or stack them in their favor. As Republicans and Democrats battle over the Supreme Court, there's been a lot of talk about court packing. So what is it? Let's connect the dots. Court packing basically means changing the number of Supreme Court justices, often in an effort to change the balance of power. Democrats argue lowering the number of justices counts as court packing. They say that's exactly what Republicans did by preventing hearings on President Obama's final pick in 2016. So is it legal? You bet. The Constitution does not set the number of justices on the Supreme Court. Congress can change that number and has. The number of justices shifted several times in an effort to give the ruling party more power. But after the Civil War, Congress set the number at 9, and it stayed that way since. That doesn't mean people haven't tried. In 1937, FDR floated a plan to have as many as 15 justices on the court, but he faced a lot of opposition, and it was seen as a power grab. And that is connecting the dots.
Now to some stories to keep you and your family safe and sound today. Check on your introverted friends, why don't you? Because they may actually be having a harder time during the pandemic than the social butterflies. A new study says about 50% of introverts say they feel lonelier this year compared to just 30% of extroverts. Researchers say it's possible extroverts have paid less attention to social distancing guidelines. Extroverts also more likely than introverts to embrace forms of communication like video calls.
How about you? How do you feel?
I'm totally fine. Leave me alone.
I kind of feel the same way, honestly.
Really?
I do.
You're like super extroverted.
I wouldn't say I'm super extroverted, more so than
I am.
I actually do like humans.
Well, you've got a one-up on me there.
The next time you head to the kitchen for a midnight ice cream snack, don't feel bad about it. It's not your fault.
Wait, why are we saying ice cream? Just because maybe that's the person's...
Sure.
Okay.
Potato chips.
Yeah.
Researchers found the human brain may actually be wired to hunt down high-calorie junk food. They say we are significantly better at remembering where junk foods are kept than our healthier options. It's much easier to forget where you've stored the kale.
I mean, yeah.
Brussels sprouts, where did I
put those? Hey, do you know what? I eat ice cream with potato chips.
I believe it, yes.
Try chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream, like plain, with a bunch of Lay's on them.
It's the same thing of when people have like French fries with their frosting.
Right, salty, sweet and salty.
Good. So good. All right. Join us every morning, 4:30 a.m. for Wake Up Charlotte.
Gosh, I want that now.